animals when the 4-H fair is held, but it would also house horses during horse shows and things like that. And so maybe I keep bugging her, which I do every time I see her. Maybe we can get something from the state.
Just to get the big shows in there. It's a perfect location, Central Mass, because we have two big shows in there. We had Pintos and we had Paints, and they pay a lot of money, and they'd be really great, but they only came once. And so we went to their meeting one time, the Paint people. And I said, we just got one question. When you, in the spring, when you're booking places for your shows, what do you look at? He said, stalls. That's the #1 priority, stalls.
The community day when it was active helped us build what you see there. You know, they're defunct now. So that was a loss. That was a loss of income for us also.
I don't know if you were up to the fair last year and saw the tents that were put up. 4-H had to rent those tents, and they aren't cheap. I think we spent somewhere close to $5,000 for those tents.
Yeah.
So that's knocking away at the 4-H budget too. So the sooner a building is up, the sooner they'll have money to do other things. But, the building that's there, it's an absolutely fantastic building.
It is.
In the middle 1800s. I have become personally familiar with most every floorboard. The Sheriff's Department sent in some workers last year for us that did a huge amount of work. They scraped all the areas that they could get at, painted, and the inside looks entirely, I don't know if you saw the inside.
I have not.
I can show you. The thing that there's an area that still needs to be addressed, and I've talked to Margot about getting a dumpster in and getting the sheriff's people back again to clean out that area and then scrape it and paint that area too, which would make the building once again even pop more.
So we are seeking help in other places too.
Yep.
And I'll show you a picture. Since you apparently haven't seen the inside, I'll get you a picture of the inside of the fair building.
In the Players Club uses that for their storage, the props.
Just to give you an idea of inside, looking towards the front, I believe is what that's looking towards, the inside.
Well, that is very different from the last time.
If you want to slide that a couple of times, you'll start to see some other pictures of the inside. Unfortunately, and it's not a criticism, but unfortunately it was a big building, and some people decided it was a great place to put stuff. I used the word stuff, but the word I really like to use starts with an S. Junk. And luckily, some of that was very, very heavy stuff. Earl Sample, I think, was responsible for a couple of large, almost impossible to move objects out of some school, like one of those great big commercial stoves that must have, I don't know how much it weighed. And then he had a...
You never know, you might need it. Yeah.
He had like a stainless steel, would be like for serving the kids as they came along. I don't know how much that thing weighed, but we had to use dollies to move it from where it was to the door and then get it outside the building.
And another big expense we had this year was the bat eradication.
Yeah.
That was our biggest expense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a bat group upstairs that doesn't pay any taxes at all. If you could figure a way to sell their guano, you could probably make some money, but that's a little harder to do. And it's considered a semi-hazardous product to deal with. company that came in didn't do it for cheap.
All right, well,
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you very much.
thank you.
What is our line item now?
Oh, and one thing,
What do we have on that?
before you get off the idea of Felt
This
Field,
came in late, so
right
it
up
wasn't.
behind you
Well,
is the seal for the town, and you'll notice the date, June 17th, 1774. And I anticipate, and Andrew and the selectmen probably will be the ones that make that decision, but I anticipate you're gonna have a 250th anniversary
Yeah.
They've already set a charge.
in 2024,
Yeah.
We have a
which is not
commission.
that far away. I mean, if you think about it, this is 2019. That's 5 years.
Yeah, they've set a charge for a committee, it's just, we can still,
And it would be
Recruit
great to have
and
some
appoint.
events up at Felton Field
Yeah.
as a part of that.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Oh, so we didn't really have a number in that?
no, not in the preliminary budget. This one came in just about a month ago, so
Yeah.
we'll incorporate into the next.
So this
revision.
is like a one-time request plus a recurring.
Plus recurring.
Yeah. Now, can a town spend money on something they don't own? I know we do it at the
We do it at the
library,
library.
we
Well,
raise
we didn't.
holy hell with that.
Well, last year we appropriated $15,000.
Yeah.
To it.
So I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know, the town itself may own that because,
The land?
well, the Felton Field Commission is an elected position, so it might,
Mhm.
it would probably fall under the town's
Right.
Oh,
purview
okay.
of being a town-owned property, even though the issue's been.
I mean, nobody pays taxes on it probably.
No, it'd be a town, or it'd be, that's what I'm saying, it's a town-owned
Yeah,
land, it's
oh, okay.
just
Yeah,
under the care and control of the Felton Field Commission.
yeah.
Which is still a town entity, just
Yeah.
their own, I'm gonna say, almost like a DPW commission, still part of the town, just separate from Board of Selectmen.
I think the chief's waited long enough.
Yeah,
They're very
sorry,
patient.
chief.
I don't know, I saw him getting a couple Z's over there.
Yeah, I've been staying up late with Pepsi, so.
Sorry about that.
We've been staying up answering the phone.
Is that substantiated,
Is what?
Oh,
this negative stuff about Stetson all over the papers?
I want to tell you that everything you heard out of us is true.
I was gonna ask the question about the students, and I forgot all about it. They probably don't have the numbers.
So,
It's not significant.
4.
No, the students at Quabbin.
They have 4.
Oh, 4, you happen to know that, okay.
Our SRO.
Yeah.
So I guess one of the reasons we're here is to just get the
To
money
vote- to
appropriated
vote.
for the best.
you're right.
How much was it?
So it's 3,752 divided by 4. I think you're going to hold off on the 5th until after July 1st, right? Is that what that would be?
3,750.
3,752, I think it's the number. It's 938 times 4.
I have no problem with that, by the way. It's
No,
just-
don't need
No, we just didn't have enough people to
Yeah,
vote
no,
when the
let's-
chief
oh,
was here. So what do we have to do?
Motion.
Yeah, you were
Put it-
transferring it from the reserve fund to, I'd say, police department supplies,
Or
or,
you just let us bill you directly, send you the bill.
yeah, it has to go to a
So
line
this just
item.
applies. That goes,
Okay. To make a motion that we transfer from what account? Free cash?
Reserve.
Reserve to the police
Supply.
plus.
supply account for the purchase of 4 vests in the amount of
$752.
$3,752.
Second?
All vote?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, yes.
Paperwork. Get the paperwork.
By the way, remember we were talking, I said we had a cousins who lived in Willimantic? No, it's not Willimantic. It's right over the Massachusetts line, where my uncle used to be the principal at the school there.
Wyndham?
No, I said Wilmington, it's Willimantic.
It's Willimantic.
Yeah.
I know Willimantic very well. Up by UConn.
No.
Well, it is. My son used to live in, used to live in Yukon, have to drive through Willamette to get there, right? That's the Willamette.
Oh, no, is it right over the line?
No.
No, that's way down south.
Wilmington's?
Willimantic.
Yeah,
Wilmington.
Willimantic is down.
Yeah, Wilmington
Wilmington.
is not far out
Right.
over the line.
Oh, I see.
That's
No.
where they are. Yeah.
Chief, that's just that for the overtime.
Okay, so, well, you have numbers here, Andrew. So this is the internal transfer?
So that's the internal transfer, the interdepartmental, so we're basically moving from sub.
Contract allowances.
Yeah, we're moving from sub accounts within the
Right.
police department budget to
So-
address a deficit in there right now.
Which is gonna continue to grow because we're still paying overtime to replace the fact that we're down 3 officers right now, 2 in the academy, and 1 that we are not hiring back until July 1st. We're not replacing. We're using part-timers as much as we can, and that account so far is holding because we didn't use it as much in the fall. But we are $7,203.44 over in overtime, and we have the ability to transfer $8,525 from contractual allowances to cover that. And then we've estimated that we're gonna run over about $25,000 for the year. Even though we're saving money on salaries, it's not gonna be enough to offset, what we're spending with the 3 officers down. We don't get our first guy back out of the academy until really end of June.
Yeah, so we're gonna do this line sub-transfer now. Then when you guys meet next, we'll have a better idea what the next payroll looks like. We'll try to address that deficit and basically manage that till we get to May 1, where we can go interdepartmental and take from some of our known surpluses to try to cover us for the rest of the year.
Now, I received an email from Matt Urban saying, hold the line and don't overspend till we talk to you. But there isn't any way for us to not fill it. And we're filling it bare, like I worked alone today. We didn't fill the guy that would have been. We moved guys to 5-2 schedules from the 4-2, and that the contract allows us to do that. They just get an extra day off a month at our discretion. We give them a day off when we don't have to replace them. We only do that for so long. So we're doing everything we can. We're replacing at half shifts. We're putting a part-timer on for half the shift that would have been a full-timer. We're doing as much as we can, and there's a safety concern. So, we're trying to put them in exactly when we'd be busiest. So we're doing everything we can do, but it is going to continue to be a deficit in that area, even though I think compared to what it could have been, had we not had the budget broken down in pieces so we could see it more clearly, I think it would have been worse. So I'm sure it would have been worse.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, you really have to put the people out there. What are these new officers that are coming in? Are they obligated to pay for how many years?
So they've all signed. The 2 guys so we have 3 new officers. 1 will go to the academy in September, and we believe he's going to go to the Braintree, Braintree. He signed the 3-year deal. What happens then? The guy that's in the academy, the 2 guys are in the academy right now. They also both, before we'd hire them, they signed the deal. So what it says is, they finish the academy, they finish their field training. As soon as they finish their field training, the 3-year obligation begins. Because we didn't want to get in a position where we got a guy who gets out of the academy and can't pass his field training.
Right.
And all of a sudden it's a year, and I've seen that happen. So their obligation starts the day they finish their training and they're fully ready to be on their own. And they've all signed it, and they have no problem with it. The union thinks it's a good idea, and everybody from here on out that we hire will sign into that. So.
Good.
We also, I should point out, one of the guys in the academy paid for his own academy, and he paid for a good bit of his uniform because he was a part-timer. Then we had the opening. He was already in the academy, so we didn't pay him back for the academy, but we hired him on. So we're very, not that we can keep doing that because you can't plan that, but we can save some money there, which is unfortunate.
Good.
So they come out of the academy, chief, and you have some program with you before they're qualified, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, field training programs, they have to meet certain standards. So we have, our supervisors are field training certified, so they basically work with the supervisors
Yeah.
until they get signed off on 10 or 11 different key points that they've got to perform at.
Yeah.
Learn the town, learn the layout of the town, and
Yeah.
then they can go on their own. So,
Good.
all right.
Well,
Okay, well,
get them best.
Thanks,
I
you,
just
Dave.
You
need- I
waited
need,
all that time.
Chief, I need
Yeah,
that.
you've been working all
I
day
need that,
besides.
form to sign, so that way we can get that to account.
Am I signing this somewhere?
Yeah,
No, right.
department head.
All right.
I like the idea of calling in the state police, getting them right in there with the helicopter and everything, to make sure it's well known what's going on.
Are we still on? We're on?
Yes.
I don't have a clue.
Yeah,
They were.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're not on?
Yeah.
we are.
We
We're
are
on.
on. We're
Oh,
on.
I didn't know.
Okay.
Hello, people.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks, Chief.
Yep.
thanks. We should have a red light there.
There is.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
No, those are, I thought those were.
That's, it doesn't mean that you're on, it just means
they're
they're
always.
plugged in.
Yeah,
Oh.
they're always.
So April 4th is the next meeting. Right?
Yes.
So we'll have Monty Tech, DPW, water, sewer. Is that what it looks like?
Yes.
Good.
April 4th.
April 4th. I also had the 11th. Were we planning to meet the 11th too?
I think that with the school, or the school vacation kind of threw us off a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're kind of on the off week. I would say right now, plan for the 18th.
18th.
Because that second week of April, they were saying is when
Oh,
the House budget was gonna
schools.
come
Yep.
out. So
Okay,
I should be getting a number back from the school, a revised number back from the school that week based off of the House budget, that I can get you guys
Yeah.
revised numbers and a more firm number. I'll be feeling comfortable
Are you
with
going
taking
to be
time.
looking for school reps that week, because that's also April vacation, April 18th?
No, we wouldn't,
Okay.
we wouldn't need anybody from the school representative. Basically, it just, you get a whole new version of the budget to say, this is, after the last two come in, we can come in and say what your guys' priorities are for funding outside
Yeah.
of what is balanced from the year before. Try to incorporate that into a balanced budget, that when the school numbers do come out,
Yeah.
work into it.
We ready for the minutes?
Oh, yeah, right.
Make a motion, we accept the minutes of February 7th,
March 7th
Second?
February 7th,
and March 7th.
and March 7th, yes.
Yeah.
They're both the same.
Second, second.
I know, it threw me off too. They're both 7th with 2 months.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good job, those were good. I enjoyed reading them.
Oh, do you?
You got a silver tongue, kid, that's what I know.
There's an entertainment factor now. That's-
So what happened to Claire is, you think she's got the flu?
Yeah, she sounded like she had like a really bad
Oh,
cold.
jeez,
Mm.
that ain't good. That's when you bring out the Irish whiskey. Kill that poison stuff.
Single malt.
Okay, that does it, right, for
Yep.
today?
Those are-
Right here.
Motion to adjourn?
Second?
All in favor?
Right?
Good night. Jack, how you doing?
How are you?
Well, how are you?
Ugh.